Thank you very much. We appreciate the opportunity to come. I know you're on an extremely short time frame. A couple of us are going to say a few words and then we'll proceed with the program. I did graduate from Elk Rapids, and I never in my life thought I would be a veteran. That was not what I had in mind. I went off to college, I was supposed to do everything else, and I got the draft notice from the Army. You're going to go to Vietnam and fight in the jungles as a private. And I didn't think that was the best job for a college graduate. I looked around and ended up joining the Marine Corps. Most of you know I served in Vietnam, shot down once, and I served also in Desert Storm for a total of 24 years active duty. Being a veteran is something that my father was, and the old guys, but I never thought that would happen to me. Today you have an all-volunteer force. Many of you in this room had the opportunity to serve your country and ultimately become veterans also. As Mr. Travis said earlier, freedom is not free, and it will be up for you to step up. And you will be next year's veterans. And for that, I'm already thanking you today. At this time, I'd like to introduce Henry Shantz to say a couple words.
I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to say.
You have to push this thing out this time. Away from the mouth.
Is that, no, I haven't been programmed to say anything specific, except that World War II was a very, very patriotic war. We had a great cause. We were besieged by Hitler, Europe, and certainly Japan. I was in the Pacific, and the Pacific was a stepping stone operation to get to Japan. Probably one of the most significant days that I can ever remember was VJ Day. We were all set to go to Japan, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of ships, all lying all around us, ready, just like a group of track stars ready to take off for Japan. We knew it was going to be horrible. Japan, they were going to fight to the death, and we were going to lose a great many men. When we dropped the bomb and VJ Day arrived, it was the greatest fireworks display probably that has ever occurred in the world. Every ship turned on their searchlights, started firing star shells. I had a flare gun in each hand and was firing flares just as fast as I could pull the trigger. The sky was ablaze, and absolutely ablaze, and we didn't have to go to Japan.
Lieutenant Colonel Joe Rennes.
It's something pretty special. Okay, it's something special when you are part of the American military and be in a foreign country. And one of my assignments was in Bitburg, Germany. This is back in 1985. There we go. President Reagan was going to come and visit for the 45th or 41st anniversary of D-Day, and with the Premier Helmut Kohl, we're going to lay wreaths at Bergen-Belsen concentration camp and also the cemetery in Bitburg, Germany. We were quite thrilled because we get to see the United States President and also the Premier of Germany. Soldiers that were buried there, Bitburg is very close to the Luxembourg border, and it's only about 10 miles to 15 miles from the start of where the Battle of the Bulge, or one of the lines were. Only about 50 miles from the Ardennes Forest. So there were several soldiers from the German military that were buried there in that cemetery. Problem was, it was Waffen SS. They were buried there. So from a good situation, the press and also public opinion turned a good deal into a bad deal. And it started getting around to where it made it feel like it was bad that happened. that we were honoring the German soldiers. Our landlords and also people in Germany, we had a good relationship with them. They would be coming up to us and telling us, here's what it was like when we were young kids and in Germany during World War II, and how they had to hide in the cellars of their houses. They had no food. They were scared of their own government and their own soldiers coming up and taking their young men and drafting them forward to the battles. And it was when the Americans came through and liberated them, they were able to now feel free and have, and they also brought food, and they knew that it was going to be better. So it was one generation from the past thanking the newer generation that was there, still defending them, that I remember. And I find it very special when you are in the military and helping out others that are unable to help defend themselves.
Thank you very much for having us today. We appreciate it. This is a wonderful assembly. You're a wonderful bunch of students. We really appreciate being here. And just remember, the military man does not decide where he wants to go or where he wants to fight. Because in America, the commander-in-chief is the president of the United States. And all the citizens decide what happens. So military men train for, but don't want to go to war. Thank you for honoring us today. Have a good day.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel. Before we close with our Elk Rapids High School Band and America the Beautiful, one last round of applause for these 7 servants. Dan, take it away.
Thank you.